Hey, so this is a Super Mario World cart on SNES that I was recently given, and as you can see it's really dirty and it doesn't play. So in this video I thought I'd show everyone how I go about cleaning my carts, and most importantly cleaning the pins so you can actually get the game to work on your console. So I'm just starting by taking the cart apart. You'll need a special bit to open Super Nintendo carts. You can buy that bit online. And as you can see here, the pin connectors on the circuit board are covered in a lot of gunk, and that's what's stopping the game playing. So I normally just start by using some generic spray cleaner in a microfiber cloth and just start cleaning out all the gunk. And in the harder to reach places, I'll use a cotton tip. And this takes quite a while. It's obviously been cut together to look pretty quick and easy, but spend some time on this. And same deal on the back, trying not to get too much of the spray cleaner on the label sticker. After 30 years, there's obviously going to be a lot of gunk built up on the back of these cartridges. So it may take a while, but generally with a bit of elbow grease and some patience, you can usually achieve quite a good result. Sometimes the cotton bud's needed to get into these little holes where the screws go. And after the first round of cleaning, you might find some more stubborn stains, and that's where I'll switch to a Goo Gone, like an orange cleaner, which is normally used for getting rid of glue, and it's great for sticker residue. But as it can remove stickers, you have to be very careful when you're working on or close to any of the labels of the cartridge. And there's the back of the cartridge all cleaned up. Moving on to the front, and it's going to be much of the same technique as I used before, paying lots of close attention to avoid cleaning the front label, as it can remove the ink and make the label look a bit faded. Sometimes when there's heaps of gunk on the front label, I find that I have no other choice but to clean it, because I think it's a lesser of two evils to have a slightly faded, clean looking label that's free of debris and dirt, as opposed to a brighter label that's covered in gunk and junk anyway. But much the same process, just microfiber cloth, cotton buds, and some patience and some elbow grease. The cartridge is all nice and clean now, but I haven't addressed the issue of the game actually not working when it's plugged into the console. The issue is with all the dirt that's built up on the pin connectors on the circuit board here. So I'm going to switch over to some isopropyl alcohol now and a cotton bud, and that's going to hopefully remove most of the grime that's built up on the pins, and then the game should play. So just like before, just a bit of time, patience, and some elbow grease. I generally try and go with the grain, so to speak, to start with, and get most of the dirt off, and then I follow up by going across the pins. And I'm just going to do this on the front pins and on the back pins on the circuit board. It's really hard to get the pins to look absolutely perfect and free from debris, but as long as they're mostly clean, you'll find that the game will start to work. Keep in mind, most of these cartridges are more than 30 years old, so there's bound to be a good build-up of dirt and gunk there. So just give them a clean and you should fix the issue of the game not playing. And finally, just have to reassemble everything using a 3.8mm security bit. So after you put the circuit board back in the housing, there are a couple little flaps and tabs that need to line up when you're closing it, and then you can screw it all back together. Now that it's all cleaned up, it's looking good as new. Well, not quite like it did in 1990, but about as close as I'm going to get it. Here's some comparison shots of before and after. So satisfying when it works on the first go. As I suspected, it was just an issue with dirty pins on the circuit board. So if you've got a faulty Super Nintendo cartridge, try giving it a clean and hopefully it'll work for you. Thanks.